Hey guys, it's Shadow. Let's jump into the Pyrrhus of Epirus campaign.
How can a man make a name for himself when titans roam the stage of the world? When the heirs of Alexander the Great fight over who will succeed the greatest conqueror there ever was? My friend and master often asks me this question, and I always give him the same answer. Searching for greatness in this way is folly. One can only become content by refusing to give in to such desires. Pyrrhus, of course, politely calls me an idiot when I say this, if not by that exact word. For him, carving a legacy is the one thing that truly gives life meaning. He says, a man must fight unrelentingly to become stronger than all others, until he finds himself alone on the throne of the world, just as Alexander did. To which I politely reply that he is an idiot, if not by that exact word. Pyrrhus was born on the edge of the thunderous storm that is Greek politics. At a young age, he was placed on the throne of Epirus, a small mountain kingdom on the fringe of the civilized world. But before he could get used to how the crown felt upon his head, it was ripped away. The Epirots rose up in rebellion against their young monarch and installed a man named Neoptolemus on the throne. He was a murderous, small-minded man who would sell his own mother for another province to rule. In other words, he was just a sort of unremarkable ruler that the people desired. Landless and crownless, Pyrrhus was forced to escape to the east. Here he joined the court of his brother-in-law, Demetrius, whose father Antigonus was quickly becoming the most powerful of Alexander's successors. Antigonus's growing power alarmed the others. From all over Alexander's broken empire, they now joined forces against him. The two great armies met near the town of Ipsus, in the heart of Antigonus's realm. Serving as one of Demetrius's commanders, Pyrrhus finally found a chance to test his mettle.
Alright, actually I got defeated on that one. Rise again.
On your feet, men. The armies have already lined up for battle. We must get the resources to our allies' camps before the assault begins.
Some of Seleucus's men have snuck behind our lines. We cannot allow them to steal our supplies.
Always surprised by how tanky the camels are considering they have no PS armor. I do find it very interesting that she gave Pyrrhus a charge attack similar to the AB2 mechanic. Guard Patrol feels so much better in this version of AB1 than in AB1 more generally. You've seen these as idle villages and buying the developing out of me.
This looks like the work of Seleucus's men.
Oh. Kill bonus stuff. Oh, I've got the wrong thing selected. That's not going to help my DPS by having my strongest unit not attacking.
Never fear, men. As long as I remain standing, I will fight right alongside you.
Oh, that's all my learning on.
Father has you running errands behind the lines. I do not want. He may not show it, but he respects your skill and otherwise he would not have given you command of the right flank.
Look to the north, my lord. The battle is starting.
This is the end of the road for you, Antigonus. You cannot possibly stand up to the combined might of the Diadochi. I am the only true heir of Alexander here, Lysimachus. And I will show that today on the field of battle. Charge, men!
From what I can see, Ancient Spell does nothing to help you. So we're gonna pretend that nothing's happening. That guy, so that really wasn't a extra TC or two. Seems to kind of be in a bit of a
Keep up the
time
pressure, men!
sensitive.
We will have these dogs on the run before long.
No, it doesn't really specifically put a time limit on you. The enemy units just get infinitely stronger. Land anything, it's not to place one directly. Gold. Actually, this is adding, but obviously I don't really want to have a family get void out. Oh my god. That fight would go a little bit better. I think you actually lose the mission if you lose Pyrrhus, but I don't want to keep it alive because it's quite useful.
Is this the best you have, Antigonus? Alexander must be rolling in his grave, seeing you fight this boy.
Also get some more upgrades then. I'll do 3 academies, but that's not really important. I thought I had recent back over here. Oh, that's right, I had the, yeah.
Are you building gates to keep me out? Oh, you coward, Lysimachus. Tear those abominations down, and let us fight like real men. Like we did in the old days.
Makes me think of, how in AA2, people are always unhappy on one end of the I have flare Demetrius over here.
I will send a squadron there at once.
Probably start pushing. Need another bit of wood. Yeah. Some broadswords on these hot flags. Oh, if these will pass. It's weird with the destroyed bridge, they don't like pathing. Like in the flame limit doesn't appear.
So you are the man that they sent to face young, a noble from the mountains of... What was the name of that little kingdom again?
In the time.
Ombus. Ombus.
You're really good if you get one of these. Maybe even two. Actually, one shot a village like this. I think that's the main thing about this mission is you don't really want to let
Ombus.
build up to.
Oklahoma. Ombus.
I don't know why the AI glitched out on the... I know that occasionally the AI would do it against build buildings though. So maybe it's just that coming into play.
Ombus.
Stand firm then. Victory.
Practice. Watching Hoplite's attempt to chase down enemy units is quite funny.
Oklahoma. Ombus. Darai.
I think I always overestimate how much gold I need for build units. Mainly because I train pretty slow. Yeah, it's like previous attempt. I didn't give him enough time to set up an economy. Pretty good. I'm missing one upgrade for them. So taking quite a bit of damage from the sentry towers.
We have crushed the enemy's eastern flank. Send word to Antigonus to commence the counterattack. Let any man come who dares face me. I am invincible.
We were too late, my lord. Antigonus' line has broken, and he has begun to retreat.
This cannot be. Very well. We must cover their retreat as best we can. After me, men.
So we have to keep them alive. Why has everything been destroyed though? Really not ideal considering there's no previous indication that I need to keep. Wheels probably really fun. They've at least given me all the buildings or something. It's almost about choosing what flights to take. And making one town centre particularly difficult.
Ombus. Ombus.
get through.
Rogan? Ombus Rogan?
Feels like red's sort of active on red has the weakest unit. Play something. Actually, just stone bridge burning. I think that's something you do every day. AI seems to have glitched out here. If they're meant to be attacking or if they're meant to do something else. I intended to try and throw them into a fire. Like, they're meant to be. Come back chilling. Oh, don't mind. Oh, do you mind? Oh, there was a stone throw back here. Who's meant to be retreating? I thought it was meant to be outside that. It seems like they're halfway between retreating and attacking. Getting some more. Alright, they're actually attacking ish now. Nope. Don't let this mess it. Why is like doing what it was meant to be doing originally? I think camels actually do the same amount of damage to cavalry as they normally do. It's like 14 damage. I think I do have a bunch of melee armor, so that means they're actually doing it more than they would normally do. In maybe 2.
Ombus.
I think I would have been able to defend it either way. I think they take the missed into the defense. The AI is just going in and out.
We have done all that we can here. Let us leave this cursed battlefield.
What would Alexander? GG.
Despite having never lost a battle during his 80 years on Earth, Antigonus lost both the war and his life at Ipsus. The retreat left Pyrrhus sour. He had routed the enemy on his flank, impressing his superiors with his courage. And yet, it was all for naught. For a time, Pyrrhus wondered if he had tied himself to a sinking ship, yet he remained loyal to Demetrius. In time, that loyalty would pay off. But not in the way that he had expected. For most people, war is like a bad marriage. An unending affair of strife, bitterness, and glimmering moments of joy that serve only to prolong the suffering. But for Pyrrhus, fighting came as naturally as breathing. Following a war between Demetrius and the king of Egypt, Pyrrhus was sent to the desert kingdom as a hostage. Here, his luck finally returned. His many war stories made an impression on the Egyptian king, as did his ability to laugh off any insult thrown at him. With such a capable friend in his court, the king sensed an opportunity. He equipped Pyrrhus with a small army and the ships needed to transport it to Epirus, hoping to forge in him an ally on the Greek mainland. The prospect of retaking Epirus thrilled Pyrrhus, as did the chance to exploit the chaos in nearby Macedon to seize both realms for himself. At long last, the exiled king was returning home.
Yeah. A little bit different, yeah. Oh, okay, how we best do this.
Ptolemy has set his guards on high alert. Let us seek out the weakest point in his defense and launch our attack there.
I was gonna. Let's go here and hope for the best. I think the towers is safe.
Quick work of these guards. Epirus will be ours again before Neoptolemus knows what hit him.
Don't go outside.
To arms, men! To arms!
Oh, it's so close. Attacking with the corner of the wall. Okay. Oh, there's my little hoplites. I was wondering where they were.
Senseless bloodshed must come to an end, lest Epirus be reduced to rubble. I am willing to share the throne with you, Pyrrhus,
Yeah.
for the good of our people.
We have retaken my old kingdom, but this is only the beginning. The time has come to expand our domain into Macedon.
Dark tidings, Your Highness. It appears that your old friend Demetrius plans to take Macedon for himself. His armies will soon arrive from the east.
Old friend. Okay. 0-5 enemy. Guessing it's just a hoplite over again. Could pop them 100 times. So we need a few more villages.
Fury, Hilare, Bombus,
Abadacus, Erectus.
I'm actually set up a very, very small bit of trade.
My lord, Macedon is divided among several factions. We could take advantage of these divisions and take them out one by one. Or we could ally with one of them against the other two.
Almost if we ally with one of them, then we probably can't complete the achievement. Just end them before. Demetrius arrives. I just love when your AI ally decides that your resources are also theirs. Did he get a food economy rolling? Oh, I thought that I got cheaper markets. Apparently not. Might have been a team bonus from an ally in the previous.
Some evil
Good. This is open here.
Never fear, men. As long as I remain standing, I will fight right alongside you.
Considering I'm missing quite a few upgrades, I'm kind of happy with how that fight went. Messing up my hockey. Why are you attacking? Actually, yeah, get the damage.
Bombus, Broken Bombus.
I don't know.
Bombus.
Fury, Bombus.
I'm entirely convinced that my economy is where I want it to be. Oh, where's my ash? He moves forward.
I am afraid that you must abandon the fight, my lord. That ghastly wound cannot go untreated. We will continue the battle without you.
Could have been very useful to keep him alive a bit longer than that. In case you don't lose a mission completely anymore. I already had a marker. When I tried doing the up before it, well, I've done most of the heavy lifting here. I just need a lot more action.
Why would I share yet another throne and become supreme ruler of neither kingdom? No! Go into this world.
Red's pretty useless though. I'm not surprised. As they say, just pointed. He's not making ones. Even Gallia. Was that a new one? Either way, I might deal with that. That's gonna get very irritating. Keep adding more and more and more of these. Need a couple more, I think. Let's see if we can take Alexander. I think I've lost a couple of bills. Maybe it was the forward ones though. Yeah, it looks like it's probably the forward ones. God, so. I think they just resign once that.
Your Highness, we have uncovered the plot by Neoptolemus to poison him. Apparently he plans to take Epirus for himself.
Surely he does not inspire much loyalty in his subjects. Let us strike at him first, and give the people of Epirus a proper ruler to look up to.
Curse you, Pyrrhus! This is not how this was supposed to end!
Make a massive. Can't really afford to slow down. I want to get the achievement.
Bombus. 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 Rogan. Fury. Alamar. Bombus. Evil.
Lux, because I also have a trade route.
Polaris. Bombus. Bombus.
Bombus.
Open. Oh. Shouldn't take too long. Still missing an armor here.
Sarai.
Rogan. Mars. Bombus.
Come here. Can't see what I need to do.
Rogan.
Bombus.
Make sure we just have this area covered. Try and take his economy out. Oh wow, those towers are not lost, right?
Alamar.
So many things to keep track of.
Polaris. Bombus.
Bombus.
Rogan. Bombus. Sarai. Bombus.
But the towers aren't great, but I think them this week. Yeah.
Scabbard's my plot, eh? Very well. If I cannot kill you with poison, I shall do so with sword and spear. Epirus is mine, and mine alone.
Or much chaos. Where's all my army? That is not ideal. Problem is they also have really bad line of sight. That was the other gold. Here, right? I don't know, that's not. I just hear attack notifications absolutely everywhere. Wow, my fault. Oh, so much.
Bombus.
That one's already kind of. Wait, Teal actually allies him? I thought they were all meant to kind of be against him. It's not the case here though.
Somus.
Rogan, Oklema, Ombus.
Sarai, bombis. Hilare,
You try and see what we can do with what we have left.
Oklema, Ombus.
Okay.
Fury, Ombus.
We're almost out of here. I need to try and put the effort into defeating if the Tolons.
Oklema, Ombus.
Wait, is it quick? Ending that. Level count getting incredibly low. That has to go. At least you have to know more places to do that. Well, they are attacking each other, just not like they are more focused. I don't know if it's gonna happen.
Rogan, bombis. Hilare.
Powers really do suck. Knew they weren't great, but you can't underestimate just how bad they are. Feels like I'm just completely outbound. That's what I'm gonna lie. Alex is a bit desperate. Alex is a bit desperate. Hey, please kill each other. Oh, for God's sake. Need like 10 hits. Come on. Why do they retarget? It's so weird, they just randomly retarget it. It's not attacking. Because they're coming to my main base. It literally one hit. can get them to kill their own units.
Fury, Hilare, Bombus.
Demetrius's army has left port, Your Highness. They will arrive at our shores in less than 5 minutes.
Just come past me. I how they have so many resources. But we still have to defeat Nepal after it's gonna be impossible for me to do that now.
It seems that I underestimated you.
Alamas.
Oh well. I would have needed a ward for this land when I return to the east for the next campaign season anyway. I will allow you to keep Macedon for now. I was too preoccupied fighting my wrath to notice the threat that you posed, Pyrrhus. I go to my end, but I expect you to rule well in my stead.
Now I just need to rebuild my economy then. That's gonna take ages. At least be hopeful. Be fighting each other a little bit more. Like I have no hope of ever recovering. Oh, they're attacking each other. Why are they attacking each other? I'll have a look at. I don't actually have much. We have a town center, okay, so that's the main aim. Need to get enough units through to that town center to kill it. That should make the AI resign. But no, I'm not going to be able to defeat the rest of the armies. Probably going to be harder to push in this direction, but I think I have to. If that's a small army, because I don't have enough to do it otherwise. It's actually fine, it's mostly broadswords. Why are they not stopping? So annoying. Try and get to a hill. through one army, there's another one behind her. Absolutely. Can we clean both of these armies and then probably have like 30 seconds until they start remastering quickly, so nothing to see here too. Never seen your stone throwers alone. Problem is the mobility. It's non-existent. You use hot plates. There's two of them. Weirdly enough, I think it was the Navy that screwed me in. Oh, we got some more. That's sick. Oh god. It's maybe not ideal. They have no business having this. You need to try something different. Need a secondary unit behind what I'm doing. To make regular bowmen, I think. Whilst they're not particularly strong, means they'll have a hold free unit to go for. Continuously backing. Absolutely destroying them. Oh my god. How much gold would it composite? Oh, let's do that. Just so I've got a better option against enemy hoplites. Amazing how yeah, we're coming back together. Like this. Boss.
Darai, Darai, Ombus, Oklama, Ombus, Darai, Ombus.
Yeah, they're finishing up sooner. I kind of feel the same way about them, to be honest. They keep getting kited by bowmen.
Operating. Ombus,
And once I engage on them, they don't stack forward. I interim.
Rogan, Fury, Ombus, Fury, Oklama, Ombus, Ombus, Ombus.
I feel like siege won't be a bad idea either, but I've kind of set up my military. The hoplites of other siege. And see how much they managed to retrain in that rather short amount of time. Let me through. That's gonna be impossible to push through here. I'll try and snipe the stone thrower. I feel like I got a position here, maybe I can try and build the siege action.
Ombus, Rogan, Rogan, Ombus,
They don't even have a. Oh, maybe? No, they don't have an economy there. Their economy here isn't good either. So maybe I can raise the economy as well. I have a feeling that they're not playing by the same rules I am.
Osamas, Ebodado, Ebodado,
This one now. Also getting attacked here as well. Alright, we get rid of this and they should. I guess I could have just had a really large stockpile from when I wasn't able to kill their units.
Neoptolemus is no more!
Alamas,
I should have dealt with that honorless cur long ago!
GG.
Had the struggle for Macedon been a play, it would have been booed out of the theater for its confusing, overlapping plotlines. Stories, after all, should be simple, straightforward, and with an entertaining hero to cheer for. All of the things that real politics lack. At the end of the war, Pyrrhus came to blows with his old master Demetrius. Each led their forces against the other, and in what must have been an act of divine mischief, the two armies marched right past each other. As Demetrius raided across Epirus, a second army, commanded by his finest general, Pantaucus, met Pyrrhus in battle. Pantaucus challenged the Epirot king to a duel, and Pyrrhus accepted. With thousands of men watching and cheering for their leaders, the two commanders fought man against man. Swords clashed, shields buckled, and for a short while, the brutality of the war was distilled into the shapes of those men. Those two kingdoms personified. Pantaucus managed a single strike on Pyrrhus, but not long after, Pyrrhus wounded his opponent in the thigh and neck. Pantaucus was forced to retreat, and Pyrrhus claimed victory. His boldness earned him the nickname the Eagle. But his triumph proved hollow when the war ended in a stalemate. For all his efforts, Pyrrhus returned to Epirus empty-handed. Pyrrhus now had neither enemies to fight, nor pressing disputes to manage. It was the first period of prolonged peace that he had experienced in many years, and he hated every minute of it. Men like him are built for war, and they start to break down come peacetime. Pyrrhus was looking for any excuse to rally his men again, and he soon found one. The Greek colonies in Italy had long been regarded as unimportant outposts in barbarian lands. But now they were under threat from the ever-expanding Republic of Rome. When a call for aid came from the city-state of Tarentum, Pyrrhus jumped at the opportunity. All that I could do was try and convince him to stay and enjoy his hard-won peace. If we can conquer Rome, he told me as he was drawing up his invasion plans, all of Italy will soon be ours. And if we can defeat the Romans, then Sicily, Libya, and Carthage should be easy pickings. And when all of these lands are yours, what will you do? I asked. He replied, why, we will celebrate, of course. We will sing and drink and be at ease after all of our troubles. Then what, pray tell, is preventing us from drinking and passing our time right now, instead of starting yet another war? If happiness and celebration is your goal, my friend, then you have already achieved it. Pyrrhus could give no good answer, but his mind was already set. He would become the liberator of the Greeks in Italy, and put the Roman barbarians in their place. However, a raging storm hit our fleet as we sailed for Italy. With his armies scattered to the winds, Pyrrhus made landfall near Tarentum, with only a fraction of the men that he had assembled.
Oh boy. One's gonna be tricky.
Our forces were scattered by the storm, but we cannot go looking for survivors yet. We must hurry to Tarentum before the Romans assault the town.
There's some elements. What we do here is go in from behind. Flank them. Keep Pyrrhus alive. Bullets are alive.
Abandon the fight, my lord. That ghastly wound cannot go untreated. We will continue the battle without you.
I didn't even notice that we had Pyrrhus there.
The main Roman army has laid siege to our allies in Heraclea. We will provide you with whatever resources we can spare if you drive these barbarians out of Megale Eris.
I don't know if I really want swords. Oh, it said scout. Most of survived of the bomb. Scouted most of the coasts. Not many areas left to be alive. We might bring them, just I don't need more production anyway. But yeah, that's safe.
Many of the smaller Greek settlements in Italy are under siege, and some have already fallen to the Romans. If we are to win this war, we must liberate as many as we can.
Lemon market, so that rebalance.
You can count on us to support the war effort.
That'd probably be helpful to get that as well. Ooh, that's helpful.
You keep buzzing around me like an irksome fly, Pyrrhus. Does your famed courage only stretch to fighting small garrisons? Or are you man enough to face me in the field?
Let's see if we can get this.
We have captured another Greek settlement.
I don't think there can be any survivors unless like, you have to actually ungarrison some over here.
About time, I say. These Romans have been loitering all over our pristine streets for years now.
These Romans built organized camps and deployed their armies in neat formations. They seem like barbarians to me.
It's phone throw. Arrest him. Oh, come on. I'll do something right now. I don't make any golden wood units like I would in Navy 2, more generally. Need a 4 Greek settlement so I can advance the Iron
The
Age.
time has come. Let us show these decadent colonizers the true might of Rome.
This is not going quiet. use food to complete. Actually, I don't really want more of those because I already have quite a lot. Open this up. There's something very satisfying about comps. Fun to be the strongest unit in the game by any stretch of the imagination. They're very quality foods. Be enough to deal with that. Siege workshop is the most important building to get rid of. That should be fine. Alright, these are almost.
With supplies now coming in from so many Greek towns, we can equip our forces with even better weapons and gear.
Damn, that's a nice increase. Actually, yeah, we'll go for a horse archer then. Have a bit of a gold excess. A good way of burning through it.
Romans are sending raiders to our towns. We may have to deal with them, unless we want them at our backs when we face the brunt of Livinus' army. Araclea is safe, but the Romans still control a camp near Asculum. Let us march north and defeat them in their own backyard.
But I really want to be losing to the military buildings considering I don't have that many to be using. Let's go and collect ourselves another town.
Ah, there you are, my lord. I must say, sailing straight into a raging storm was not your brightest idea.
Give me this song to connect with the Pyrrhus here next to the term Pyrrhic Victory. I think that'll be my brightest moment.
Without a camp close to the Romans, our reactions will be slow. Let us clear a way to Asculum and establish a forward base.
It's sort of weird that that was the coast that we're talking about. I don't have any.
We have captured build another Greek settlement.
Heraclea does not give me any military buildings to train anything else. Oh, oh, I do have access to a seaport. Probably would have been useful to notice that before. Not building a few of these. That'd be useful. Not sure what to do with the remaining food here. Maybe make some axes just as a meat shield. That'll be useful.
You Greeks were once a great civilization, but your neglect and decadence will be your downfall. When this day is over, all of Italy will belong to Rome.
We Samnites have fought the Romans for generations, and would be happy to lend you our support. We ask only that you clear out the Romans occupying our capital.
Is it our habitat? I think it sounds so dignified. The market now, it's handy. Why have I been clicking these hotkeys? Ah, they're gonna give me villages soon. My guess anyway.
Thank
Oh, you
you
belong
for
to
your
me.
help. We will provide you with whatever we can.
By chance. At the final settlement. We can start attacking these Roman raiders up here.
That is the last of the settlements. All of Megala Hellas is under our control!
Oh yeah, that's one of the storage bits I'll be actually. Really want to get it, but I don't think it's right to get it yet. Probably gonna. Get those there. I also want to get the heavy horse archer. Oh boy. Don't really try to use my ability when you can't even move. Yeah, I'll use some other buildings still. I built those. I had a good Listus, I'd rather go
We have
for.
captured stolen loot from the raiders' camp.
That's handy. I'd rather go for Heliopolis. Sure. We gotta help them with the bigger issue. Yeah. There's some of my lost soldiers there.
That blasted storm sent us far off course. We are glad to be reunited with you, my lord.
From this camp, we can strike at the Roman army.
I like it if they would give me some more of those side chariots. What did you do with them? My allies aren't even falling in, they're just like, yep, accept our fate. Game pushback's pretty hard. Really what I expected to happen. Not in micro's not been that bad either. I'm missing quite a few. Almost life chariots, that'll be good. Oh, why are they letting me? Guys, such a cluster sometimes. Try and get past it. Go that way. me in. Probably useful in the long run. While having rangers do so much damage to they all died in my through. To siege that isn't like a Magnetite. I keep these buildings alive. To stop them from eating my reinforcements in seconds. Seem to have infinite resources. I wonder if regular ballista would do the trick. Romans are so weak against the horse archers. Oh, that was a bad hit. I wish I could have some monks. One of the things I dislike most about Macedonians is not necessarily having bad monks, it's having no monks. Even accessible for defense. Oh my god. Those archers have like a slight frame delay, but it's different to the one that's in AV2. I'm not used to it. Trying to get to decent numbers. We retrained pretty much instant. At least something, I guess. Well, a lot of these horse launches are so strong. We have one stable remaining. Just cancel that. Take that. There's anything else I can really use here. That's the third trade. Storage bin. We've cycled something. Like we want to go kill it.
See how Romans fight without their rations.
Ah, that's like something randomly. I was gonna say, it felt pretty infinite. Kill the town center, it should be over. I have another one back here somewhere. I'm gonna make this destroy everything. I don't know whether to see if there's anywhere else that survives. I think that's everywhere. They could possibly be. Not sure if our market counts as a building that'll keep coming in the game. I think in AoE 2 I'm pretty sure it's better. Then of Rome, I'm not sure. So satisfying watching these destroy a whole bunch of buildings. I was looking kind of cracked now.
This is not the end. What you saw today was but a fraction of Rome's true power. We will be back.
One mission. Oh, more enemies.
At Heraclea, the Romans fled in panic before Pyrrhus' war elephants. When we fought them again at Asculum, they had already adapted to this strange new weapon, and they sent out twin chariots with long ropes between them to down the fearsome creatures. The Italian expedition never became the quick victory that Pyrrhus had hoped for. The Tarentines seemed content to let him do their fighting for them. And while he bested the Romans twice in battle, each victory came at the cost of thousands of his best men. One more victory like this, and I will be undone, he told me at one point. And I feared that it was true. Yet he refused to give up hope. Pyrrhus' ambition was to build a Western empire from which he would conquer all of Alexander's old domains. If Italy could not be easily cowed, he would simply have to turn elsewhere. Despite suffering 2 crushing defeats, the Romans quickly recouped their strength. They refused to sign any peace treaty so long as Pyrrhus remained in Italy. Seeing no clear way forward, Pyrrhus turned his gaze to Sicily. Much like in Italy, the Greek colonies here were threatened by foreign invasion, this time from the Carthaginian Empire and its Mamertine allies. Carthage had dominated the Western Sea for centuries with its wealth and vast mercenary armies. Despite this, its grip on Sicily was tenuous, as the rugged island was difficult for any conqueror to hold. But if any man could succeed in ruling Sicily, Pyrrhus reasoned that it would be him.
Alright, let's have a look and see how we're gonna go about this one. Probably hoplites again.
Quick march, men. If Syracuse falls, we will have no hope of liberating the rest of Sicily.
Alamas. Alamas. Pompous.
I'll be connected.
Nearly all of Sicily remains under enemy control. We must drive the Carthaginians and Mamertines from every corner of the island if we are to liberate these people.
Not look ideal. Hey, that's such a big army.
Hilare. Paraíso. Alamas.
Active wheel. All of them are pretty well defended. That one's less so because carrots are a lot weaker. Beat long swordsman apparently.
I hear that you brought the Romans to shame twice, Pyrrhus. As much as I commend the effort, I cannot allow you to repeat that. Sicily is not for anyone to take. Well, except us.
We primarily want the hoplites to start fighting here because they have the high melee armor, and then we'll have the rest coming. It may seem like a small thing, but like sending rams against range units, except it's a buffer against the melee units. A very good one at that. 15-minute attack, and I'm valley. 50.
You have our thanks, my lord. These mercenaries have pestered us for far too long. We will give you what little we can, and I am sure that the nearby villages will do the same.
Only 14 minutes until these guys attack, though it seems highly unlikely. I'm going to be able to kill these slide missions.
We had these poor Sicilians well protected in our stores. And then you came along and stole it from us. I mean, from them. What a disgrace.
Ombus.
I do like sometimes they make the characters self-aware of fishiness.
Ombus. Perai, Yuri, Ugotai, Ombus.
Presenting some military building.
Oklama. Ombus. Ombus.
So gonna try and get to the next age whilst happening.
Oklama. Ombus. Ombus.
Rogan? Ombus.
Ombus.
Hold over that.
Yuri. Ombus.
Lare. Ombus.
Never fear, men. As long as I remain standing, I will fight right alongside you.
Actually, I'm kind of close to picking up.
Rogan.
Amazing how quickly the food starts to flow.
You are building ships against the greatest naval power on the face of the earth. My good man, I admire your sense of humor.
That's straight up.
Ombus. Yuri. Ombus. 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 Somus.
I actually need to invest too much into so
Yuri. Ombus. 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 Ombus.
I think it's like 125 or something for the top.
Ombus.
Lare. Ombus. Ombus. Yuri. Somus. Ombus.
Oklama. Ombus.
Ombus.
Your units pretty fast, aren't they?
Ombus.
Yuri. Ombus. Yuri.
Like conscription. Yeah, do. Okay. That sucks. Really thought I had that done by now. I have long until they start attacking. To try and get these things done. Premium watchtower also.
Rogan, Umbus.
Hilare, Bombus, Bombus.
Can I do with some more gold? Sooner rather than later. That in.
Oklahoma. Rogan, Zomas.
Fury, Alamas. Alamas.
Watch gold buttons.
Alamas. 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 Bombus.
I don't know if I have enough army yet, but find out in a minute.
Darai, Umbus.
Abadabadaki. Rut.
Only aim here really is like these before they can do too much damage. Then they'll probably make me another big fight.
You are true to your reputation, Pyrrhus. Sweeping in at the last second to save us all. Syracuse and all Greeks in Sicily owe you thanks.
Bombus, Bombus. Bombus. Bombus.
So I need to protect Syracuse, the town center. Beat the 2 enemies. Oh, be too hard. Must be more to the flyers than I thought there was. Be all liberated.
We have liberated the Sicilian heartland. Now the Carthaginians have nowhere to hide but their coastal holdings.
Those fire galleys are really strong. I think the Juggernaut's gonna help you do much yet.
Oklahoma, Umbus.
That is so many Durians, I'm all here for it. Oh, the supplies are also down there. See if there's anything over here as well, why not? don't know where Teal even is, to be honest.
Last night, I dreamed that Mount Etna awoke from her slumber and buried your army in hot mud. Imagine my disappointment to wake up and find you still here.
The Teal's got something around their place.
Stand firm, men. Victory will soon be ours.
I think some heavy horse archers will be good here as well. Probably. Gonna reinforce its way. Oh, crap. I'm gonna make easy work of the base though. I think I'm getting the better trade here, at the least.
We have our swordsmen, and our bowmen, and our axemen. We're a bit light, cavalry.
How dare
Pyrrhus has captured one of our strongholds. We must reinforce our positions as soon as possible.
The Carthaginians are sending reinforcements. We must change our tactics. We have asked little of the locals so far, but we will need everything they can supply us with if we are to win this war.
Oh. Guerrilla government. Take it.
After everything we have done for you, this is how you treat us? You are even worse than the Carthaginians. We will never accept you as a king.
With friends like you, the Sicilians need no enemies.
I already started building that. Of course I needed it for alchemy and ballistics. You didn't even realize that actually. It's very difficult to actually clean this. Yeah, might be the navy up here now. I actually lost a lot more moves than I thought I did. Got a lot of food floating anyway.
Abandon the fight, my lord. That ghastly wound cannot go untreated.
That's fine.
We will continue the battle without you.
Sicilian towns trading with Carthage. Of course they are. I don't remember what all these hex do. Oh, I just... I actually really enjoy this mission. I think it's really well made. Maybe a little grindy, but not grinding in the way that makes me want to pull my eyes out. One thing I very much dislike about A1, which they had fixed when they ported it over, the catapult triremes and triremes look dead. Actually dodging absolutely everything. I haven't resigned yet. I guess it's the town side. It's still alive. They should resign. There we go.
Perhaps coming here was a mistake after all.
GG.
Pyrrhus had bested another great empire. Yet, as so many times before, his victory was short-lived. As the war dragged on, he became increasingly suspicious of the Greeks who had called him there. Their refusal to give everything to the war effort was in his mind akin to treason. When he executed one of the men who had invited him to Sicily in the first place, the public turned against him. Pyrrhus, they claimed, had become just the sort of tyrant they had wanted to escape. With the entire island in revolt, it seemed that Pyrrhus was out of options. Just as one door slammed shut, another opened, and Pyrrhus was quick to jump through it. While he had been occupied in Sicily, the Romans had regrouped and once more set their sights on Tarentum. Desperate for help, the Greeks called on Pyrrhus, the only ruler who had ever answered their pleas. With Sicily lost and the Mamertine and Carthaginian fleets shadowing his every move, Pyrrhus set out for Italy. Yet, after so many hard-won victories that had spilled out in the sand, doubt gnawed at him. He had bested the Romans before, and he could do it again, but at what cost? Like Sisyphus in the old tales, he had been rolling his rock up the hill over and over, only for it to tumble back down and for the challenge to begin anew. Perhaps he would be satisfied once he had beaten the Romans a third time. Perhaps he would then return to Epirus and live out his days in peace. Perhaps.
Alright, so we're going to be trying to get the achievement, which is to defeat all of the enemies.
Rocket.
We are surrounded on all sides, but this is not over. Sink the Carthaginian fleet and send the Mamertines to Hades!
The fire guys and everyone wins parts. Jerome Michael was so much cleaner than
Sound the retreat!
Galleon
We have already
ones.
driven the Epirus from Sicily. Let us not gamble away our remaining strength on folly.
We have survived, but we cannot rest. The Romans advance on Tarentum and our Samnite allies as we speak. Our last hope for victory in Italy is to drive them back to Rome.
The situation is dire, but if you can defend us while we build a wonder, the Romans will eventually have no choice but to retreat.
So we're basically letting Tarentum do that on their own. I'd like to keep the Samnites alive though. Oh, it must not be destroyed. If you kill the enemy. Oh boy. To destroy them all before they have a chance. Get the wonder. That's gonna be hard.
Bombus.
I don't use too much wood actually. They need bombs.
Great Zeus! It's Pyrrhus! We have been lost at sea ever since that storm hit us. Now, we are ready to begin the invasion of Italy. Wait. You mean second invasion?
Who will let TC back down? Ah, light opposed. Ah.
We will support you for as long as we can, Pyrrhus. But you must defend us from the Romans.
Can't tell if the catapult we're doing good against any particular. Warship weapons are only good against. Oh, I have to research it.
Bombus. Rogan. Bombus. Okama. Barai. Zonas.
Any 2 micros like this, I could micro today. It's so much easier. There's certain units like this anyway. Be heading over the muscle.
Bombus. Rogan. Bombus. Okama. Bombus.
I'm missing upper. Doesn't they mostly reuse the same map from earlier?
Where are you, Pyrrhus? Have you abandoned us in our hour of need?
Rogan. Bombus.
I feel this might be one of the harder achievements to get. Maybe 2. Well, that kind of ultra remains that I'm not going to bring. Maybe solve the speed problem. Try to put some land pressure on there.
Say your prayers. Today is the day that you enter oblivion.
Is it? Oh, it's only 125 popular maps. That one's gonna be easy to kill though. Ah. I have a decent enough for an economy without uplifting. Actually pretty close to getting some Centurions there. I still actually have a market. I mean, I'm missing a whole bunch of peak upgrades. What is going on way fast that looks
Never fear, men. As long as I remain standing, I will fight right alongside you.
Ekra is so free and I love it. That's not cost efficient.
Do you think that you can force our surrender by constructing that affront to good taste that you call a wonder? Well, you can play at that game.
Won the battle, Pyrrhus, but you have still lost this war. Eerie, is it not? How that seems to be the recurring tune of your career.
Okay, that's one down. And you don't need to make nearly as many ships. Okay, so you beat Venementum and the Roman Empire for the mission. Might still be beneficial to actually train some. I love how the temple's still standing. Alright, let's see what we can do here.
Rogan.
Alamas. Fombis. Ibertare. Alamas. Fombis. Fombis.
Working on your wonder. Witness the efficiency of Rome.
That was actually ridiculous.
The Tarentines have completed their wonder. We must defend it until the Romans pull back.
I can probably delete a few more bills. This can make this area hard for them to
My lord, we noticed while we were adrift that the Leventan defenses are weak along the coast. If we attack by sea, we could skirt around the Roman fortifications.
big full army now. I see that coming from the sea. Okay, so we kill this. Try and find any Roman town centers. There, bring the line pretty quickly. Try to find the island military. How do we get those? Keep them alive.
Let any man come who dares face me. I am invincible.
Yeah, that's the word I'd use for that.
That ramshackle building, wonder, stood for long enough.
Guess I'm having that would be fine. Most of the army's tied up in by horse archers anyway. I think that one might be very
I'm afraid that you must abandon the fight, my lord. That ghastly wound cannot go untreated. We will continue the battle without you.
Sometimes they come more bills. Why do you see the wood ones ain't just I think? Or at least make more efficient. Oh, nice. I love quite a few use beat both the enemies. When I just in time. Actually even go for the tower as the ones. Probably another TC somewhere over here. Yeah. Wow. I didn't even realize that army over that. So that happens a bit in AoE too, but it happens a lot more. That and snipe these. Oh. Fine. They're quite a bit of army though. It's not like they're attacking anything. Alright, so a little of that.
Yet you would destroy such a work of art. Have you no honor?
The one I'm looking for. Not the one I'm looking for either. There we go. Alright, we need to find final town centers of red, and there's the achievement should be locked in. Probably another TC back here then. 238 years. Still quite a bit of time, but want to risk it.
Logan?
That'll be the final TC split. Town center left. It is not a town center. No. I believe that's still going.
Pilare, Rogan, Bombus.
That should be it. There's another one somewhere. Can't save them. I wonder what's actually keeping them in the game though. Can't see any what TCs. There we go, did it.
A third time. Sound the retreat! If we do not return in haste, we will find Rome sacked before long.
That's actually pretty fun. GG.
Despite the Epir's valiant efforts, the Battle of Beneventum was ultimately a failure. The Romans had learned from Pyrrhus' battle tactics, and they managed to scare the enemy war elephants into stampeding into the Epirot lines. Pyrrhus was forced to retreat. After 5 years of campaigning, all that he could do was to leave the Greek colonies to their fate. The Romans were relieved. Pyrrhus had been the fiercest opponent that they had ever faced, and they were honored to have fought such a powerful foe. As we set sail for Epirus, Pyrrhus and I took to conversing on the ship's deck. I told him that he reminded me of the myth of Sisyphus, and he, as he so often did, simply laughed it off. You still do not understand, do you, Kineas? He said. I will never stop struggling. To do so is to give up on life. You call it a curse, to push that rock up the hill forever and ever. But it is no curse. It is the one thing that a man can do when faced with impossible odds. It is his sole recourse in a universe that could not care less about his wishes. Perhaps it is pointless in the end, he said. And perhaps I will die before achieving what I set out to do. It does not matter. If you give up on your ambitions, then you might as well be dead. For you are already dead inside. I listened closely to him. As he finished, and as the coast of Epirus appeared to rise out of the waves far ahead, I could not help but smile. You are an idiot, my friend, I told him, if not by those exact words.
Well, that does it for the Pyrrhus of Epirus campaign and all of its achievements. I hope you enjoyed this playthrough. If you did, be sure to leave a like and I'll see you soon with another video.